Have you ever felt a strange tingling at the crown of your head during meditation? A subtle pressure, a vibration that seems to connect you to something greater? This is not your imagination. It's the whisper of an ancient secret, a hidden doorway to the infinite that the yogis call Brahma. Today, we will unravel the mysteries of this sacred passage and its profound connection to Kundalini Awakening. What you're about to discover could transform your entire understanding of spiritual evolution. I remember a time years ago when I was trekking through the remote valleys of the Himalayas. The air was thin, the silence profound. As I rounded a bend in the narrow mountain path, I came upon a sight that stopped me in my tracks. There, perched on a rocky outcrop, sat an old yogi. His eyes were closed, his body as still as the ancient stones around him. But there was something extraordinary about his presence, an invisible current of energy that seemed to pulse in the very air around him. For hours, I sat nearby, watching, waiting. Finally, his eyes slowly opened, and he turned to me with a gaze that seemed to pierce through time itself. "Young seeker," he said, his voice barely above a whisper, "the highest doorway is not outside. It is above." At that moment, I didn't understand the profound truth he was sharing. It was only years later that I realized he was speaking of the Brahma, the crown chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus that sits at the very top of our energy system. You see, the Brahma is not just a poetic idea or a mystical concept. It is a very real energetic center, the final point where the life force within you seeks to unite with the cosmic force that surrounds us all. To truly grasp its significance, we must first understand the nature of Kundalini energy. Kundalini is the raw, primordial energy that lies coiled at the base of your spine. It is often depicted as a sleeping serpent waiting to be awakened. When this powerful force begins to stir, it travels upward through the chakras, each energy center unfolding like a flower in bloom as the Kundalini passes through. But here is the crucial point that so many seekers miss. Unless the Kundalini energy pierces through the Sahasrara chakra, unless it touches and opens the Brahma, the journey is incomplete. Think of it this way. Imagine a mighty river flowing towards the vast ocean. Along its course, this river may create spectacular waterfalls, form serene lakes, and nourish fertile lands. All of this is beautiful, yes. But if that river never reaches the ocean, if it never merges with those boundless waters, its destiny remains unfulfilled. In the same way, Kundalini must rise all the way to the crown. Only then does individual life merge with the infinite. Only then is the cycle complete. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever experienced a peculiar sensation at the top of your head during deep meditation or moments of profound stillness? Perhaps a gentle pressure, a subtle vibration, or even a feeling of openness. Many dismiss these experiences as mere imagination or coincidence. But I tell you, these are not random occurrences. They're the whispers of the Brahma, calling you upward, inviting you to explore the heights of your own consciousness. But here's the secret that very few truly understand. This passage, this doorway to the infinite, does not open by force. You cannot break through the crown chakra like a locked door, no matter how much effort you exert. The Brahma opens only through grace, through a deep receptivity, and through the patient refinement of your inner energies. This is where so many spiritual seekers lose their way. They become fascinated, even obsessed, with the phenomena of Kundalini Awakening, the visions, the lights, the extraordinary sensations that can occur as this primal energy rises. But chasing these experiences is like being captivated by the fireworks and missing the sunrise they herald. The true miracle, the real transformation, occurs when the Kundalini energy rises effortlessly, when the Brahma opens like a 1,000-petal lotus unfurling to the cosmic light. In that moment of union, you realize a profound truth. You are not a mere drop in the ocean of existence. You are the ocean itself, boundless and eternal. This is why the ancient yogis always emphasized, do not chase power, chase liberation. The awakening of Kundalini is not about becoming special or gaining supernatural abilities. It is about dissolving the very walls that separate you from the rest of existence. It is about remembering your true nature, your inherent oneness with all that is. Now you might be wondering, how can I work towards this profound opening? What practices can I do to prepare myself? The answer may surprise you in its simplicity. The next time you sit for meditation, place your awareness gently at the crown of your head. But, and this is crucial, do not demand anything. Do not expect fireworks or instant enlightenment. Simply allow, be receptive, create a space of openness and trust. If the flower of the Brahma Randhra chooses to bloom in that moment, know that it is the greatest blessing one can receive. But even if you feel nothing dramatic, trust that this gentle practice is slowly, steadily preparing the ground for that eventual flowering. Remember always, the true secret of Kundalini Awakening is not in the rising alone. The real magic, the profound transformation, happens in the union that occurs at the Brahma Randhra. That is the real doorway to freedom, the threshold between the individual and the infinite. I want you to take a moment now, right where you are. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bring your awareness to the very top of your head. Don't strain, don't force anything. Simply rest in that awareness. Feel the subtle energies there, the potential for opening. Now, ask yourself this question. Am I truly ready to open that door? Am I prepared to let go of all that I think I am, to dissolve into the vastness of existence? This is not a question to be answered lightly. The path of Kundalini Awakening is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, dedication, and a willingness to face every aspect of yourself, the light and the shadow. But for those who are called to this journey, for those who feel that deep yearning for union with the divine, there is no greater adventure. As we come to the close of our exploration, I want to leave you with this thought. The Brahma Randhra, this crown chakra, this doorway to the infinite, it is not something separate from you. It is not a distant goal to be achieved. It is an integral part of your very being, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be opened. Every time you meditate, every time you move with awareness, every time you choose love over fear, you are nurturing the conditions for that opening. You are preparing the ground for your own flowering into cosmic consciousness. So go forth with patience, with trust, and with an open heart. Let the whispers of the Brahma Randhra guide you upward. And remember, the greatest journey you will ever take is the one that leads you back to your true self, boundless, radiant, and one with all that is. Take a deep breath now, and as you exhale, feel the potential for transformation that resides within you. The door to the infinite is always there, waiting. Are you ready to step through?